The smocking pleater may be used to pleat over the seam allowance. This is particularly useful for pleating bishop dresses. The narrow seam must be pressed to the left-hand side. The fabric must be positioned so that the straight edge is on the right-hand side with the fabric right side up. One rolls the fabric in the usual way, and when one approaches the seam, one needs to ensure that the seam is straight and that the seam allowance is still facing in the correct direction. One then continues rolling to the end of the fabric, maintaining the top edge as straight as possible. One now places the rod with the fabric through the left-hand arm of the pleater, and because one is using the longer dowel rod, it is best to balance it on a book to facilitate ease of rolling. One engages the material between the rollers at the back by gradually rolling the rollers using the handle. You will see the fabric being drawn through onto the needles on the front. One continues rolling the fabric through the pleater, and as the seam is approached, it is important to stop, turning the handle, check that the seam is straight, and also clear the needles of any excess fabric. The seam allowance must face away from the pleater so that it will be drawn easily and safely through the pleater machine. One continues turning the handle to draw the fabric through the pleater, and you will see as we ease the fabric off the needles that the seam has been successfully pleated. The seam is visible on the wrong side of the garment, and when one then turns the fabric over to the right side, it is possible to see that the seam is now concealed by the pleats, having successfully gone through the pleater. With a bishop-necked garment, one may either fan the pleats out into the necessary circular shape before smocking, or one can pull the fabric and the pleats into straight lines and just use the appropriate stitches to form the bishop neck. When pleating stretch fabric such as t-shirting, great care must be taken when rolling the fabric. The grain must be straight and the fabric must not be stretched. The straight edge needs to be straight on the rod. When pleating it through the machine, the pleater machine, it is important to do this slowly and evenly so that the fabric is not stretched and the pleats distorted. One can see, because of the thicker fabric, the pleats are deeper. One can pleat striped fabric on a pleater machine. The end result shows a very different appearance. The stripes are evident, but they travel in a slightly different line and they are grouped together.